Hello, and welcome all to the 21st part of the series on self exploration. Joining the dots, contemplating, comprehending, and sharing it with you all raw. All that sounds great is the grace of all those who have blessed me, and all that sounds not so great is my limitation. So, let's get going. Wishes. If wishes were horses, was the phrase that cut me through and made me choose this poster for this particular part. Wishes are really like horses, going in all directions, randomly. Any wish appears any time in our life, in any magnitude. And we ourselves are sometimes surprised for seeing a particular wish coming out of our minds. Why am I thinking this right now? Is something we definitely think. Meditation is the key word today for many things, and we do have some really powerful meditation techniques which are getting prevalent, and eminent people are giving guided meditation series to us and taking us on this new path, new for the new world and more than old for the old world. I cut across a similar meditation some times ago, a wish fulfillment meditation. A guided meditation in which we were taken on the initial steps to ground ourselves and then made to close our eyes, ask for a small term wish, something that I wanted in my immediate future to happen. Then a long term wish, something that I wanted to happen in a long term, and then something for the rest of my life. We were asked to make the wish as specific and elaborate as possible. Paint the smallest, minutest details of the wish that I wanted to manifest. The time, the magnitude, everything to the smallest details, the sensory details. What will be the sounds I will hear, what will be the sights I will see, what will be the feeling or the smells that I will get when that wish will get manifested. For example, I wish to own a luxury car. Think of the model, the color, the feel of the seats, the smell of the new tapestry inside, the feel of the first ride, the features inside the car, so on and so forth. It said that the more elaborate you make the wish, the easier it is for the universe to grant the wish. I also happen to read a book, Ask and It Is Given. The author, Jerry Hick, along with Esther, puts in this book a very important fact. He says, if we have asked for something to the universe has pat back given it to us already. The moment your wish has shooted up, the same moment it has been fulfilled by the universe. And then If we feel that our wish is not granted, it is our limitation that we are not able to understand, decode it, and manifest it. Also, we need to understand that when a wish is made, there is a lot of orchestration of circumstances needed to be done to make that wish available to you. Take a small example. Our child requests us to make some recipe, to bake a cake, or to make some sweet dish. Yes, we fulfilled his wish, we wish to fulfill his wish, and we do fulfill it. But we need to plan it out, how to make it possible. What do I buy? When do I buy? How do I do it? So all the same, it is said that a wish is made and it is granted at the same time. It still needs some time for it to shape up. It's about granting the wish and actually making it available. In our Hindu stories, we very normally use the word tathastu, said by the deities at the end of a penance when some wish is asked, when some prayer is done. Tathastu, so be it. So the entity, the God, says, Tathastu, may your wish be fulfilled. I wish to have a child, may your wish be fulfilled. Yes, and after that, a child comes to birth after 9 months. Taking a small detour from this point, for those who believe in destiny, that we are destined for some things and we are not destined for some things. And what we are destined for normally falls in our lap. We get it without asking. So most of the times the wish is for things for which we are probably not destined. We need to take into account this point. If I already have something, I will not ask for it, isn't it? I will ask for things that I don't have. And then if I am not destined for that, and my wish is still fulfilled, are we crossing the laws of action and reaction, the karmic laws? Then what is happening over there? When I am getting something that I am not destined for, who is filling up for that loss? Is a completely different thought to explore. I do have definite inputs on it, but maybe that would distract us from our main course of discussion. If the scope of this series allows me someday, I would definitely like to share those thoughts. Right now, let us come back to the point that if we have asked for something in words or in feelings, it has been transmitted to us vibrationally. We are blessed. We are the beloved children of the Almighty. And if we still feel we have not got it, because we are not able to catch the vibration of that manifestation. Our sense organs translate vibrations into senses. Those who keep a little knowledge of science know that what we actually hear is nothing but the waves that hit our tympanum, which are taken as disturbances in the cochlear fluid to the brain, which we manifest as hearing. similar process for seeing, for smelling. So vibrations translated as emotions or senses that we acquire. But the most sophisticated vibrational interpreters are our emotions. Through emotional connection, understanding the self, understanding others, and understanding the world on a deeper level becomes possible. Without emotions, this type of connectivity is difficult to find. The book further says, we invite everything that happens in our life. We have invited it at some point of time. Sometimes we ask for a thing and we forget it. But to whom we have asked it remembers it and gets it to us in some later point. Oh really, had I asked for it? I had forgotten by now. So sometimes when some things get manifested, we feel they have come out of a blue. They have not come out of a blue. You have asked for it at some point of time. You might have forgotten it now. You might have asked it in this life. You might have asked it in some past life. What you've asked will come. The more we think about something, the more we match our vibrations to it, and the more the chance that it happens. Back to Joe Dispenza philosophy, nerves that wire together, fire together. You think about it more and more, more and more, more and more, and there is a better chance that you manifest it. At the same time, without asking, answers won't come. If you ask for it, it will be readily given. If you don't ask, why someone will come and give it to you? Why someone will come and give it to you? So without asking, answers won't come. Manifestations won't happen. It is an action-reaction. So we need to ask. Like I said, sometimes we have asked for it and we have forgotten by the time we get it. Something that we are not getting, probably we have not still asked. If we ask, it will be given. You ask and it is given, and only when you ask it is given. Also, we need to ask specifically, without an ambiguity and with perseverance. Definitely, again and again, and specifically. We need to be sure of what we want. So we need to achieve a focused control on our creative energy and direct it towards our individual creative endeavors. We need to achieve a focused control, pinpointed control. Most of the times what happens is we keep distracting and we drain our energy in multiple directions, and therefore we are not able to converge all our wishes, all our creative energy towards a certain manifestation, and that is the reason why it is unable to come to us in the same focused manner. What will be the factors that will govern the manifestation of our wishes? The first factor is the power and speed and the intensity of our want. How powerfully I want it, how intensely I want it. And second, when that has reached you, allowing that vibration, accepting it, and not resisting it. Many a times it happens that the wish is granted, but it doesn't come exactly in the shape you are waiting for it. It comes in some other form, and we become resistive because we are looking in one direction. It comes from some other direction, and we don't accept it. We resist it because we keep looking in this direction. The car will come from this direction to pick me up, to pick me up, to pick me up, and the car comes from some other direction. We don't even look at it, and he says, "Ma'am, I've been sent for you." No, 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 my car is going to come from this direction. It may happen for a vibration. You have asked for it, it comes from some other direction, and we become resistive to it, and then it is not being able to manifest. Now the book also talks about why wishes generate, why there is something like wish that has come into existence. It says that there is a great variety of things in the universe, and variety causes contemplation. When there are more than one things on the platter, we contemplate this or that, and that produces a preference, that I prefer this over that, or I want this over that. Preference is asking, and asking is always answered. A very simple example struck me to explain this point. Compare a small food stall on the corner of your house that offers only one item, to a restaurant with a tall menu. Stall has no variety, so no options. Stand up there, or even if the stall person sees you approaching him, he will start making one plate for you. And as soon as you stand up over there, your burger or whatever your dish will be handed over to you. But restaurant, there is a great variety, so we need to contemplate. We need to place a specific order and then wait for the order to get ready and delivered. Because the universe has a great variety, we contemplate, we develop preferences, we ask for something, and then the dish takes some time to make. Though the order is booked. The moment you've asked for a dish, the order is booked, but it takes some time for the order to deliver. Like when we are traveling somewhere, we are heading towards a particular place, we accept the time and distance between our starting point and destination, and we keep moving towards it. It is so many kilometers away from my house, so it is that far, and it is going to take that much time. We are ready for that, but we know that we are moving towards that place, and in that time and after traveling that distance, I am definitely going to reach that point. Our feelings represent our guidance system. What is the guidance system while traveling? It is the GPS, or it is the railway track, or it is the system that I have taken the railway train from this point to that time, that point, then that is my guidance system. I trust the railways that when I sit into that train, the train will take me to that destination. So that is my guidance system. What about our wishes? What about our emotions? Our feelings is our guidance system. And our guidance system indicates our level of alignment with the source. If I am aligned to the source, and if I have been given some guidance or a trajectory to follow something so as to manifest something, I have to accept the time and the distance between my starting point and to my destination, and keep traveling with trust on the guidance system. And after reaching there, our trust is realized that yes, I trusted that I had to travel for so many hours and in this direction and so much distance, and here I am, wherefore I had started for. So during this travel, we have to be consciously aware when we restrict the connection with the source. If our connection with the source breaks in this path, we may develop a distrust or we may stop traveling. So it is very important to keep on the trust till you reach the destination of manifestation of your wishes. The buffer time is the time spent between you offering the thought and it getting manifested. And we need to enjoy this time more than anything, which is a very rare thing to happen. We have a very popular story of Krishna and Sudama in our mythology, in Indian mythology. When Lord Krishna was at Sandipani Rishi's ashram taking his lessons, his companion was Sudama, a very poor Brahmin. They spent all the years of their studenthood together, and afterwards they parted. Krishna obviously came and he became the king of Dwarka, and Sudama continued to be a very poor Brahmin. At one point, his family rather pushed him that Krishna, the king of Dwarka, which was a town made of gold, is your friend, is your buddy, then why are we so deprived? Why can't you just go to him and ask for some help? It will be a very simple thing for him. Sudama was very, very reluctant. He never wanted to use his friendship to obtain something. But at one point, troubled by the poverty and pushed by his family, he went to Krishna. All he could carry with him was a handful of rice flakes, poha. And from the entrance of Dwarka, Sudama was given a grand welcome. Krishna personally came to welcome him at the gates of his palace, washed his feet with his own tears, gave him a very warm welcome, a great treatment, hospitality for as long as he stayed. And all his queens and all his people around him were really astonished to see this form of Krishna. After a few days, Sudama started back home. Somehow he could not open his mouth and ask anything from Krishna. He was so overwhelmed with Krishna's hospitality, love and warmth that he found it very low to ask something. And he bid a goodbye and he started back to his town, Sudampuri. On his way back, his mind was contemplating. This was the time that what we talked of, that we start doubting our guidance system. Sudama felt that I didn't ask anything to Krishna. Now when I go home, my family is going to thrash me. How am I going to face my family? All the same, Krishna is completely aware of how poor I am. Even he did not feel like giving anything to me. No complaints, but in this contemplation, he walked towards his village, and he was surprised to see his village completely transformed into a beautiful city, glorious, pompous, and a big palace built for him with all the aids, and he was given the headship of that particular town. So what he had asked for was already given. The time between his traveling from Dwarka to his hometown is a time of patience. From starting a journey with a destination, with complete faith in our path, and actually reaching there. Start walking in the direction of your destination. You will reach one day. Don't go back and forth. If you go back and forth, you will reach nowhere. Another book, A Happy Pocket Full of Money, written by David Candy, also says that don't give confusing messages to the universe. For example, if you are buying a ticket to station X, you go to the ticket window and say, give me a ticket to station X. No, give me a ticket to station Y, which is exactly in the opposite direction. The ticket person will keep looking at you. Hello sir, first decide where you wish to go. Exactly. How am I going to cut a ticket unless you tell me where you wish to go? We will not be able to manifest anything. Be sure of what you want and say that and that and that only again and again. Don't put the universe in an ambiguity of what to give, this or that to give or not. So when we claim that our wishes are not coming true, we need to check out whether we are asking something like this, whether we are asking with complete conviction. It is not the fault of the ticket person that we are unable to take a ticket. It is the fault of the passenger not being able to ask the right ticket. Also, continuing new ideas for the improvement of our experience emanate from us constantly, and they are answered constantly. Every point of consciousness is evolving in the same way in the universe. It is a 3-step process. Step 1 is we ask. Step 2, it is given, and step 3, we allow it. Follow this process and check it out. Ask the righteous thing in the right way, in the right spirit, and it is already given. Stay tuned for the second part. We will discuss this point furthermore. Bye-bye.